Hello everybody, Jonathan Rayo here with Simplified Guitar, and in this lesson I want to teach you how to play the song Believe by Brooks Dunn. This song was recommended by Patron Roy Cantrell. Thank you, Roy, for your song suggestion. Now what I'm going to do first is play all the way through the song, and then at the end I will break the song down and explain it to you in more detail. So make sure to stick around for that. For now, let's go ahead and play through the song.
Old man Wrigley lived in that White House down the street where I grew up. Mama used to send me over with things. We struck a friendship up. I spent a few long summers out on his old porch swing. Says he was in the war, went in the Navy, lost his wife, lost his baby. Broke down and asked him one time, how you keep from going crazy? He said, I'll see my wife and son in just a little while. I asked him what he meant. Looked at me and smiled and said, I raise my hands, bow my head. I'm finding more and more truth in the words written in red. They tell me that there's more to life than just what I can see. Later I was off at college. Talked to my mom on the phone one night, getting all caught up on the gossip, the ins and outs of a small town life. She said, oh, by the way, son, old man Wrigley's died. Later on that night, I laid there thinking back, thought about a couple long lost summers. I didn't know whether to cry or laugh. If there was ever anybody who deserved a ticket to the other side, it'd be that sweet old man who looked me in the eye and said, I raise my hands, bow my head. I'm finding more and more truth in the words written in red. They tell me that there's more to life than just what I can see. Can't quote the book, chapter or the verse. You can't tell me that it all ends in a slow ride in a hearse. You know I'm more and more convinced the longer that I live. This can't be, no, this can't be, this can't be all there is. Raise my hands, bow my head. I'm finding more and more truth in the words written in red. They tell me that there's can see, I believe.
All right, now before I break this song down, if you would like to check out the chord chart for this song, you can click right up there to head over to my Patreon page. Now, for this song, I'm going to be playing in the key of G. So I've got the G chord, that's where we're going to be starting. And then from there, I'm going to be going to a D over F sharp. Okay. Now, you could play just a regular D major if you want, but this D over F sharp and these variations I'm using here just fit really nicely together as a family in the G chord family. So we've got this D over F sharp, and then from there we've got an E minor 7. I'm just going to take these two fingers and bring them together on the A and D string. I'm going to strum all 6 strings here. And then from there we go back. We actually have a C a little bit later, which I'm going to be playing the C add 9. Okay. For the C add 9, you'd want to make sure you're not strumming that low E string. Okay. For that C add 9, as well as the A minor 7, which shows up later, that one also, you don't want to play that low E string. You want to strum from the A string down. Okay. Just for those 2 chords for this song. Things get a little bit more complicated when we get to the bridge, which for that bridge, we're going to start off on that E minor, and then we're going to go to a B7. For that B7, we want to make sure we don't strum that low string either. It's very important for this one. We need to hear that B note, which is on the A string. Okay, we got to hear that B note for it to be clear what we're playing. Okay, from the B7, we're going to go to a D6, which is just going to be with our, you can play it one of 2 ways. You can either play it with your 1st and 2nd finger or your 2nd and 3rd. And we're going to be pressing down on the 2nd fret of the G and the high E string. And for this D, we want to strum from the D string down. So we're not going to strum the E or the A string. Okay, so that's a D6. From there, we're going to play an A7. And for that, we're just going to take these 2 fingers and move them each a string up. Okay, and that's our A7. For the A7, we want to strum from the A string down. Okay. From there, we go to an A minor 7. And then from here, we're going to go back to an E minor. Now, I jump back to my chord families at this point. Okay. So I can do E minor, C add 9, this A minor, back to E minor, C add 9, D over F sharp. So at this point, I'm back to that chord family again. But just for that little part right there where we're kind of breaking the rules and we're switching keys here for a second. You know, for that B7, the D6, and the A7, we're just trying to make the transitions as easy as possible, and that's usually what we're doing here when we're playing songs. We like to make those pick chords that make the transitions as easy as possible. Okay, and that's what these chord variations are. That's why they're there, because they make those transitions a lot easier. Now for strumming for this song, we're going to be using a nice and simple 4-beat strum pattern called the driving pattern. We're going to be doing a down strum on every beat and then an up strum after beat 4. We want to also make sure we put emphasis on beat 1 and 3. So that's every other beat we're going to strum harder. So that would sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Okay, so that's the strum pattern we're going to be using. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, you know, for pretty much all of this song, every chord is going to be lasting for 2 measures. Okay, so we have a G for 2 measures, and by measures, I mean 1 measure is 1 strum pattern, 4 beats. So we have a G, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Then switch to a D for 2 measures, 2, 2, 3. E minor for 2 measures. Then a G for 2 measures. Then a C for 2 measures. So we're just playing every chord for 2 measures for pretty much this entire song until we get to the chorus. We kind of have a little bit of a faster walk where we have the chords last for just 1 measure. A minor for 1, E minor for 1, C for 1, D for 1, and then we go back to the chords lasting for 2 measures each. That's right there at the end of the chorus. Okay. So Yeah, that's pretty much it for this song. Pretty straightforward. If you do have any questions, though, please feel free to let me know. You can post any of your questions in the comment section of this post on my Patreon page, and I would be happy to answer your questions. I answer all of my patrons' questions, and if you want to do that, you can click right up there again, or down below in the description, and I look forward to seeing you on my Patreon page. All right, take care, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.